Hey, what is up everyone? Today I am making a cilantro lime rice, and I'm actually pairing this today with my Pollo a la Brasa, which is a Peruvian grilled chicken. It's going to be my side dish. Of course you can use it with whatever that you want, and my dog has come to join us. Anyway, let's rock it out. So I'm going to start off by doing a little bit of chopping. I have one small white onion, right? It's pretty little right there. I'm going to just start off by cutting the end of that off. I'm going to cut it in half and peel it. And I'm going to go ahead and dice that up. I also have a beautiful red bell pepper here, and I'm only going to use about a quarter of this, and then I'm going to use a little bit more when I do my garnish. So for now, I'm going to dice just about a quarter of my bell pepper up. So in here I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm adding the onion and bell pepper right into that. I also have 2 teaspoons or about 4 cloves of garlic going in there. I'm going to hit that up with a little bit of salt from Mr. Pug, Salt Pig. Probably, I don't know, he's running out. We'll call that a teaspoon of kosher salt. Give this a nice little stir, and in a minute I'm going to be adding my rice into here. I want to saute this around until it gets nice and fragrant and the onions begin to become translucent. While this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start zesting my lime right into it. So I'm going to zest a total of 2 limes, and I'm using my microplaner here, which if you don't happen to have one of these, it takes just the very zest off of it, and they're a really great kitchen tool because they do a lot of things. They shred cheese, they zest, they cut down nutmeg, whatever. Lots of uses in the kitchen. If you don't have one, I highly recommend getting one, and hey, I'll leave a link down below, why not? 2 limes zest into this pot. And if it starts steaming too much, don't do it over the pot because you're going to steam your hand. Ooh, look at all that pretty lime zest going in there. 2 limes worth of zest going in there with my onions and bell peppers. Got a little bit of salt in there. Oh, it's gorgeous. Alright, so this is looking gorgeous here. I have my heat on 6, by the way. I'm going to add in my rice. And I just want to stir this around until it starts to get chalk spots, which it's kind of like, it starts to look like it has little white spots all over it, and it may be difficult to see on camera. You want to make sure that all of this rice is coated with oil, and just give it a nice little stir like this. Hopefully you can see that this is starting to get like a bit of whiteness to it, and I happen to be using brown rice. You can use white rice, you can use jasmine, you can use basmati, whatever you want. I happen to prefer the brown, so that is up to you. This is looking gorgeous, so I'm going to go ahead and add my water in. It's going to be a total of 4 cups. Total of 4 cups of water. That got kind of loud, didn't it? That was 2, and I'm going to add 2 more. 2 more cups going in for a total of 4. I'm going to give this one nice little stir, and I'm going to let it start. Got some little riceys on the edge there. I'm going to let this start cooking. I want to bring it to a boil. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon and a half of kosher salt, and then give it a nice little stir and bring it to a boil. Now that I've got a nice little boil going, I'm going to add in my spices. So here I have 2 teaspoons of coriander and 1 teaspoon of cumin. Tiny stir. We don't want to bring out too much starch. Tiny stir. And let that continue boiling until the water is touching the rice. Okay, so when your rice is looking like this, you can see the water is right at the top, and I actually wasn't paying attention to what I was doing and let it go a little bit too far, but that is okay. This is when you want to put your lid on, and actually about a minute ago. So lid going on, low heat for probably about another 20 minutes until all the water is cooked down. Okay, so let's check on our rice. This has been about 20 minutes on low. You can see that most of the liquid is gone out of the bottom. This is looking perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my cilantro. I have half of a cup-ish, kind of smushed down a little bit. And I also have like 2 chopped green onions that I'm going to go ahead and add in. I'm going to give this a stir, fluff it up, let just a little bit more of the water evaporate. I'm also going to add in my lime juice. So this is about 3 tablespoons of lime juice mixed with a teaspoon of sugar. And I just want to mix that around. Again, don't over stir because you will make your rice get sticky instead of fluffy. So I'm just going to leave this on for about another minute and it will be ready to plate up. You guys, when I plate this up for my picture, I'm going to make it all gorgeous. I'm going to garnish it with like some cucumbers and red bell peppers and like green onions, but for now, let's just give it a try. You ready? Rice first, right? Just came off the pot. Oh, hot. Oh. It is so freaking good. You guys, the lime is coming through. It's just got like a nice little fresh punch to it. The tiny bit of sugar that we added is really balancing out the tartness of the lime. It's gorgeous. The cilantro is not too strong. It is like absolutely perfect. I would make this for sure. I did. You should make it too. It's delicious.